Hello, welcome back to my channel Naga. Moi aji kobala mon thaka itu holto. Ki naga poila naga manu leaders khan. Naga manu pura ekta kuribo. Alag jaga de thaki jalebi naga manu to ekta he hobo hoigine. Kaam kure laga. Moi itu olop moi dekhai dibo. Aru takan inaga kaam kure gina aha tamte. Ki nimite takan itu wait হয়ে যাইছে ইটো লাগাবি মই ইটো দেখাই দিব নাগাল্যান্ড ইটো statehood নপা আগেতে নাগা মানুহ ইটো খান সব ইন্টিগ্রেশন নিমিতে কাম কৰিনে বেছি আহিছে আৰু মণিপুৰ statehood পা আগেতে ইনে কাম কৰি কিনে আহিছে নাগা লিডাৰ্স খান বেছি মানুহবি এটা কাম কি নিমিতে হে ইটো 1972 পিছতে ইমান মন নাদিয়ে হৈ যাইছে মই ইটো লগা অলপ দেখাই দিব মই ষ্ট্ৰীমত দেখাই দিব মই আজিতো পঢ়ি কিনে দেখাব এতিয়া আপুনি কান ইটো ষ্ট্ৰীমতে চাই কিনে ঠিক পৰিছে হলে বেছি ভাল হ'ব কিনে মই আজি ইটো কৈ আছে Before the Free India formally induct her constitution, Manipur has already drafted Manipur State Constitution Act 1947. In constitution drafting, Maharaja of Manipur, Boktagra Singh, invited hill representatives including Atikho, Daho and Taikam. However, they demanded to incorporate a clause, the right of any section of the hill people to succeed at the end of the 5-year period. Should the conditions within the constitution not be satisfactory, the chairman of the Constitution Making Committee, F.F. Parson, drew the personal attention of the Manipuri Maharaja to the dissension of the hill people. However, it was not followed accordingly. The Constitution introduced as a stand to the whole Manipur state inclusive of the hill areas, saying that it shall not apply in any matter where a specific reservation of powers is made to any authority in the hills under the provision of the Manipur State Hill Administration Regulation 1947 Chapter 1.2. The Naga National League NNL, headed by Atikho Daho in September 1946, was organized to consolidate Nagas of Manipur in order to bring together Naga people separated by colonial boundaries. In colonial period, the political department of the British Crown administered Naga areas of Manipur. The Manipur Maharaja and his Darbar administered the valley areas. The Naga League categorically assert that they will not remain in Manipur since the Manipuri Maharaja had never conquered Nagas and declared that it would be impossible for the Nagas to preserve the best of their culture, tradition, customary laws and political practices. The movement expressed their strong desire to merge with the Naga Hill district of Assam, now the present Nagaland state, through the boycott of the preparation of the electoral rolls in the Naga areas and the election to the first Legislative Assembly of Manipur in 1948. Nagas protest against the dissection of the Naga Hills and Sulen to the political arrangement of Manipur. A campaign led by the Naga League was launched during the chief ministership of Captain Priyabakra Singh. The symbolic expression was no house tax payment to the government of Manipur, but they decided to pay the tax to the deputy commissioners of the Naga Hills district in Assam. The Manipur government took severe action against the revolting people, in which 3 persons were killed, 4 others received serious bullet injuries, and Atikho Daho and Modali were arrested and imprisoned at Dumdum Central Jail, Kolkata on 27 August 1948. The United Naga Council and Mount Naga Council resolved to observe 27 August as Martyrs' Day. The Naga People's Convention (MPC) held at Kohima in 1957 pressed for integration of Naga areas. This was followed by Mokochun Convention held in 1959, wherein the 16-point memorandum was adopted. The Clause 13 of 16-point agreement stressed for the consolidation of contiguous Naga areas. In support of the Naga unification, Nagaland State Legislative Assembly have passed resolution fresh on 12 December 1964 as it is hereby unanimously resolved that the Government of India be urged for the integration of the Naga areas adjoining the state of Nagaland to fulfill the aspiration by the Naga peoples. Convention held at Mokochun in 1959, the second on 28 August 1970, the third on 14 September 1994, and the latest resolution reaffirmed on 18 December 2003. The Naga Integration Committee (NIC) of Manipur made an effort to their cause. On 26 July 1968, the NIC submitted a memorandum to the Srimati Indira Gandhi, Prime Minister of India, stating for the integration of Naga area of Manipur with the state of Nagaland. That INC's memo wishes to integrate of all Naga areas within one administrative unit. It further states that integration would definitely strengthen the hands of the administration of the state of Nagaland, and the solution of the present trouble there would become much easier. First Convention of the Naga people of Manipur under the sessional chairman James L. Kilake and Secretary Peter Peyre was held at Mauget on 16 May 1970. The convention unanimously resolved that the Naga people move to live together in one state has undoubtedly been motivated by genuine patriotic urge. Convention acknowledges the Naga people mission's inclusion the Naga areas of Nagaland, Naga areas of Manipur into ceasefire agreement is but recognition of the facts. The convention outrageously condemns the delegation of new Nagas to New Delhi in demands of statehood for Manipur in the name of the Naga public. The resolution that stated the planned people and their Naga agents pleaded on granting statehood to Manipur. The Nagas will cease their demand for integration into Nagaland state, exposes only their political immaturity and utter incapability to measure the deed of Naga political mind. The talk of granting district autonomy makes no sense at all. The Naga unilaterally uphold the sanctity of the 16-point agreement. The Naga Integration Central Committee (NCCC) under the leadership of Reverend Savino and T. Chuba, with its headquarters at Kohima, deliberated to work for early integration of all the contiguous Naga areas. The NCCC meeting appointed Action Committee members including Rani Gandilu, Rishan Ithal. In the Executive Committee of the NCCC on 21st October 1970 resolved to observe Naga Integration Day throughout Naga areas in 20 November. The NCCC delegation, including Chairman M. Savino, Rishan Kishim, ex-MP General Secretary NCCC, T. Haralu, Vice Chairman NCCC, N. Tehyo, ex-Minister, Mason Rame, Joint Secretary NCCC, Komsoi Luthoi, Joint Secretary NCCC, James L. Kilake, Joint Secretary NCCC, P. Shilu Au, ex-Chief Minister, KNV, ex-Minister, NG Mono, ex-MLA, D. Atoibo, ex-MLA, TH Muli, MLA, Tokiho Sema MLA and M. Vero MP submitted memorandum to Shrimati Indira Gandhi on 9 November 1970. The memo says, the movement of the Naga integration of Naga territories as a matter of fact is nearly as old the freedom movement in India. The movement gained momentum under the leadership of Rani Kandili, which was in a sense against the British government, who kept the Nagas divided into Naga Hills, Manipur and North Kachar of Assam. The general meeting of the NIC was held at Sojoba, Mao, Manipur on 22nd January 1972. The NIC emphasized an appeal to the government of India and the Naga leaders to lose no time in resuming the negotiations, since procurated uncertainty and insecurity can only have the most harmful effect on the material, mental and moral well-being of the Nagas, as well as on the whole northeastern region of India. Also, the resolution congratulates the Meiteis over their achievements of statehood and also appeal to lend their full support to the Nagas' demand for integration of all contiguous Naga areas. What went wrong? In spite of Nagas' demand for integration, the state reorganization upgraded Manipur into full-fledged statehood of the Indian Union in 1972. The upgradation strengthens the electoral politics in Manipur, the NCCC inter-Manipur politics. These electoral politics bring new political paradigm, vice versa, weakening the Naga integration movement. In other words, NCCC entering into active politics of Manipur state eventually divert its aim and objectives. The NCCC also actively participate in the Nagaland state's electoral politics. An eventual capitalization of state politics deteriorate Naga integration movement, resulting some members compelled to abandon NCCC out of frustration, whereas others continued their individual political game in the names of integration. The intention was clear in the NIC's resolution of 23 March 1972 at Impal, directing its MLAs to join the Ministry of United Legislative Party of Manipur and also to participate in district council election. This was followed by the political shift with the merger of some members of NIC to the All India Congress Party. The joint agreement for the merger on 4 August 1972 conditioned that the Congress Party does not oppose Naga integration movement and does not consider Naga integration movement as anti-party, anti-national, anti-state and unconstitutional activity. On the other hand, the 16-point agreement between the MPC and Government of India under the Ministry of External Affairs opened a new political corridor for the observation to the Indian Constitution. With this agreement, the Nagaland Statehood Bill was introduced on 28 August 1962. The bill entered as the 13th Amendment of the Indian Constitution. The article was inserted namely 371A special provision with respect to the state of Nagaland and accommodate many aspects of the 16 points submitted by the Nagas delegation led by the Dr. Income Limba. For instance, no aid of parliament in respect of religious, social practices, customary law and procedure, ownership and transfer of land and its resources. Unfortunately, the 16-point agreement was not adequately honored by the Government of India. The important issues like Naga areas under the Ministry of External Affairs, consolidation of contiguous Naga areas, and transitional periods are totally ignored by the government. The Indian state has shown marked resilience in trying to accommodate the Naga revolt within the ambit of the Indian Constitution, for instance, creation of Naga state and the drowning of the Naga people into the democratic process, being major success points. However, the pertinent issues raised by the Nagas remain unresolved. On the other hand, the success of treating Nagaland is eventual backlash political division among the Naga society. At the same time, encourage the Nagas to take part actively in the state's electoral politics, either in Manipur or Nagaland. The Indian policy to divide Nagas is crystal clear, so that the unification movement is arrested and weakens the Naga insurgency. Another misfortune to the integration movement is upheaval of insurgency politics that took the Naga civil society movement for the Naga integration as premature politics based on Indian constitution. At that moment, the Naga political movement is totally overshadowed by the concept of sovereignty. Also, the wisdom of Naga civil societies and integration protagonists simply drawn itself into the electoral politics. Remarks: ongoing Naga ceasefire and political thoughts open a new political dimension based on ethnic politics and hegemony in the region. The recent introduction of territorial politics and revivalism of Naga civil societies demand for the Naga integration now plays significant role in region's politics. In other words, the old map which the British had introduced has become a major bond of contention between the different ethnic groups. Naga unification process has already originated when the British unilaterally divided Naga hills into Manipur, Assam and Burma with a vile motive of dividing them so that they might not be able to revolt against the British. This was done at the time when the Nagas were politically weak and disunited to resist their will and power in deep. Indeed, Naga integration movement is not recent construct politics but have long historical struggle. But the Indian policy to keep the Nagas divided is clear. On the other hand, Naga civil societies could not sustain to the best due to the internal differences. At the moment, the Meiteis factor to the Naga politics vis-a-vis Naga politics conditioning. The Meitei community puzzles government of India. The fact is that the conditioning politics threatens the ethnic coexistence in the region. Naga integration or unification is an unkind word at the moment, and this is grossly misinterpreted in the present ethnic conflicts. The historical fates of the integration movement initiated by the Naga civil societies are misread overwhelmingly in the modern media. For the Nagas, unification and peace process is indispensable political agenda. Indian recognition, uniqueness of the Naga history and political situation is important and political steps. It is understandable that uniqueness and integration is nothing to be anomaly, but shares the same political statement. The 31st August 2005 Kohima Rally for Naga integration is one historic moment for the Nagas. It again manifests the spirit of Naga to living together. If the government of India is sincere enough to the Nagas issue and Naga understand Indian commitment to the peace, then the solution is not that far. However, one observation is that whenever there is popular government in Nagaland and Manipur, the word Naga integration can be troublesome. Moi aji itu dekhai dia to hole to Naga manu to sob jaga debi paisa nimite he giri jalaga mokhan itu dekhise itu politics te gushia hole politics itu join korea ki nimite itu join korea ase itu hole to paisa nimite paisa pabo nimite sot manibi itu join korea laga ase itu bra poila itu as a piece of point taka Naga manu ki te battlefield te Kitebi itu surrender nakuribo. Holebi kitia itu paisa ahibo. Tate Naga manu giribo kodo. Naga manu sot paisa te girigine jalaga. Mokan itu dikhi payase. Moi aji to yete prahe charibo. Moi last step kogine jai thaka nichina. Don't forget to speak your native language. This is very important for you and for me. Thank you all. God bless Nagaland. Kutnalem.